What used to be a mere formality is now looking to turn into a full-out debate. That's after one Republican senator said he will contest next week's congressional certification of President-elect Biden's victory. This will all happen a day after the Georgia runoff races determine the balance of power in the Senate. Deborah Alfarone explains from Capitol Hill.
Republican Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri says he will object come January 6th. That's the day Congress is set to recognize the Electoral College's results and certify the 2020 presidential election.
I'm going to stand and take this stance. I'm going to force this debate, and I hope that change will come because of it.
Hawley is supporting President Trump's baseless claims of voter fraud. Even if a debate ensues, it would only serve to delay the eventual certification of President-elect Biden's win, not change the outcome.
The effort by the sitting president of the United States to overturn the results is patently undemocratic. The effort by others to amplify and burnish his ludicrous claims of fraud is equally revolting.
But a debate could force both the House and Senate to have to vote over certification, pitting Republicans against either President Trump and his supporters or the will of the voters. Shortly after Hawley's announcement, the president tweeted, "January 6th, see you in D.C."
DeKalb County, the polls are open.
A day before the certification, on the 5th, the country could learn the results of two Senate runoff races in Georgia, races that will determine which party controls the Senate. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News.
By law, a member from the House would have to join Hawley in objecting to the vote certification in order to trigger a debate and vote. Representative Mo Brooks, a Republican from Alabama, has already said he will object to the results as well. Now, the challenge, though, is all but certain to fail because a vote to overturn the ballots would have to clear both chambers of Congress, and Democrats hold that majority in the House. Several Republican senators have also recognized Biden's win. All right, here's a top 10 list you definitely do not want to find yourself on. 2020's worst red light runners. Vera Mobility, the company that makes red lights safety cameras, put together the footage. They all involve serious accidents. Now, the company is hoping these videos will convince drivers to obey traffic laws and always stop on red. A study of red light safety cameras in large cities shows they can reduce fatal accidents caused by running red lights by 21%.
And now your TV5 First Warn forecast, certified most accurate by Weather Rate.
Good Thursday morning, Bend, Michigan. Finally to the second half of the work week and finally to the last day of 2020. 21 coming in tomorrow. Looks like our next chance of winter weather coming along with that. More on that in a moment. Let's get you through the Thursday morning commute and also into the afternoon. I think we'll have a dry commute as well as the upper 20s and low 30s awaiting us this afternoon. A pretty close to average day. Some areas may be just a touch above. And thankfully our winds staying pretty light too. So the wind chill should also be pretty minor. And temperatures the next couple of days will be on the above average side of things going into early next week, where it looks like the mid 30s are possible. No major warm ups, but it also doesn't look like there's any major cool downs within the next 7 days. So a pretty steady temperature pattern that will be pretty consistent right through Wednesday of next week. But again, we do have some chances for winter weather along the way. None of that this morning. Your radar pretty clear, just a few flurries to the north. A little cloud cover still hanging on from yesterday as well, but we're starting to see that thin out a little bit here and there. And I think it's possible we see some sunshine today, but enjoy it while it's here. If you happen to see some, we have our next system off to the south moving through parts of Texas, an area of low pressure getting itself organized there. That's moving in our direction over the next 24 hours, bringing winter weather to us as we go into tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Your First Warn 5 hour-by-hour forecast through today shows nothing to worry about, just a mix of clouds and sunshine. I don't think clouds will be going away completely, but we'll have a few breaks here and there. As we go through tonight, we'll stay dry, and I think we're even dry through the first half of tomorrow, even with the clouds increasing again towards tomorrow morning. Now, as we go towards lunchtime, we're still dry by then. You look off to the south and you can still see a little bit of snow approaching by then. But I think as we go into the afternoon, it's probably going to arrive in our neck of the woods closer to around 4 or 5 o'clock. I think it mostly starts as snow initially, but then some warmer air aloft starts to come in. It will likely melt some of the snowflakes before they hit the ground, leading to some freezing rain. And I think that's especially true towards I-69 and areas south of there. The farther north you go, I think this is more or less going to be more of a snow event for you. I think we could see some minor icing from time to time, maybe a little sleet mixed in there as well. But the best chance for freezing rain is going to be off to the south, I-69 and southward towards I-96 and also I-94. That system, once it arrives, it will be with us pretty much through the evening hours of tomorrow, even into the overnight and early Saturday morning as well, but it will pull away pretty quickly for your Saturday. So I think by daybreak, it will be coming to an end, or may have ended a little bit sooner than that. So your Saturday itself, not looking too bad. Now, this is a very temperature sensitive event. I'll tell you that up front. A few degrees of change could mean the difference between freezing rain and snow at your house, and it could also mean the difference in some of these snowfall amounts. But I think this is a good place to start. I think this looks like a 1 to 3 inch type snowfall event. As you go off to the south, the totals get a little bit lighter, a little bit more freezing rain there. How much freezing rain can we expect? I think up to around 1/10 of an inch is possible along I-69. The latest model run coming in here projecting just a few hundredths, but I think 1/10 of an inch is certainly reasonable in that zone. And if those warmer temperatures come a little bit farther to the north, I think we could see some of those ice totals go up a little bit around the Tri-Cities region as well. Not a crippling ice storm, but certainly enough to make things slick. Hour by hour into the weekend, Saturday looks dry. So once that system departs, the rest of your Saturday looks good. But now we're starting to see a little evidence in some of our models that there may be another system working its way in on Sunday. And it looks like that could lead to some accumulating snow as well. This also not a huge system, but when you spread out 1 to 3 inches Friday and potentially a very similar range going into the second half of the weekend, well, we could be looking at several inches of snow combined between the 2 days. So that one a little less clear at this point. We'll keep our eyes on it, but I want you to know that possibility is there. Your forecast today, 31 periods of clouds and sunshine, a short break too. Westerly winds backing off to about 5 to 10 today. Your forecast tonight, right around 20, variably cloudy skies, cool and calm conditions. And your 7-day forecast shows once we get past Sunday, we finally get a quiet period for multiple days in a row. Monday through Wednesday of next week, not looking too bad, mid-30s.
All right, very good, Chris. Thank you for that. A look at some of your top headlines today. California is now the second state reporting a case of the new strain of COVID-19. Health experts believe the current vaccines will be effective against the new strain, but federal officials acknowledge the vaccine rollout does need to improve. On Capitol Hill, Senate Republicans blocked efforts to boost the stimulus payments from $600 to $2,000. In Detroit, friends and family gathered to lay Wayne County Sheriff Benny Napoleon to rest. He lost a battle to COVID-19 on December 17th. He was just 65 years old. Governor Whitmer joined virtually to give her condolences. Napoleon served his community for more than 4 decades. Today is your last day to submit an application for the Futures for Frontliners program. It gives free higher education to frontline workers continuing to operate in this pandemic. You can find a link to the application in the hot links section of WNEM.com. Also, Walmart is temporarily closing its Midland store for a deep cleaning. While not saying the closure is COVID related, the company did reference a link to its COVID-19 response site. The store is expected to reopen Friday morning at 7. All right, pop some bubbly. It is National Champagne Day, and what a more fitting day than on New Year's Eve when the country shares a glass at midnight. If you don't drink, there's even non-alcoholic versions. Real champagne only comes from the Champagne region of France. Wow, I just added an accent there. From France, but people often use it as a generic term for sparkling wine. Here to all of you, here's what's still ahead on CBS This Morning.
Coming up, as the coronavirus brings a record new death toll, why is the vaccination drive behind schedule? Plus, we bid 2020 goodbye with a message of spirit, hope, and unity after a painful year. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
You did beautifully.
Thank you, Chris.
All right, your 7-day forecast, partly to mostly cloudy today. Clouds will stick around, but I think we'll break them up from time to time. So a few periods of partly sunny skies, certainly possible. Our next system comes in tomorrow, a mix of snow and potentially some freezing rain in there too. So we'll have to watch that one closely. Saturday we dry out, but another round of snow possible going into Sunday, and then Monday through Wednesday of next week. Things look a little bit better, mid-30s and mainly dry.
All right, Chris, cheers to you. Happy New Year. I won't see you tonight, but I will see you tomorrow. For everyone else, thank you so much for watching TV5 Wake Up. Have a safe New Year's Eve. We'll see you at 9. If not, we will see you in the new year. Have a great day.